Ever felt that sinking feeling when you know you have something important to do, but you just can't bring yourself to start? You end up scrolling on your phone, cleaning your desk, basically doing anything but the task at hand. And then the guilt hits. You call yourself lazy, undisciplined. But what if I told you that procrastination has almost nothing to do with laziness? It's not a character flaw. It's actually an emotion regulation problem. Think about it. When we face a task that makes us feel bad, maybe it's boring, difficult, or brings up feelings of inadequacy or anxiety, our brain's natural response is to avoid that bad feeling. It's a self-preservation instinct. We procrastinate to get a temporary mood boost, that mindless scrolling or sudden urge to bake cookies. It's your brain trying to escape discomfort. The problem is, this relief is short-lived, and the stress of the looming deadline just makes things worse later on. So, the cycle continues. We feel bad, we procrastinate, we feel even worse. It's a trap. So, how do we break free? The key isn't to just try harder or be more disciplined. That's like telling someone with a fear of heights to just not be scared. Instead, we need to manage the negative emotions tied to the task. Let's talk about some practical, brain-friendly hacks to get you started. First up, the 2-minute rule. This is a classic for a reason. Just commit to working on the task for only 2 minutes. That's it. Anyone can do 2 minutes, right? The magic here is that starting is often the hardest part. Once you've begun, the task suddenly feels less daunting, and you'll often find yourself working for much longer. It's about lowering the barrier to entry so much that your brain doesn't have time to hit the panic button. Next, let's try temptation bundling. This is a brilliant strategy. You pair an activity you enjoy, something you re-tempted to do, with a task you've been avoiding. For example, you only allow yourself to listen to your favorite podcast while you're doing the laundry. Or you only get to watch the next episode of your favorite show after you've spent 20 minutes studying. This way, the thing you want to do becomes a reward for doing the thing you need to do. It reframes the task from something dreadful to something that leads to a treat. Another powerful technique is to reframe the task. Our internal monologue matters. Instead of thinking, I have to finish this entire dreadful report, try saying, I'm just going to open the document and write the first 2 sentences. Or instead of, I need to clean the whole apartment, it's, I'm going to spend 10 minutes decluttering the coffee table. Breaking a huge, scary task into tiny, manageable, and specific next steps makes it feel so much less overwhelming. Your brain sees a small, achievable goal instead of a giant mountain to climb. And finally, practice self-compassion. This might sound counterintuitive, but studies show that forgiving yourself for procrastinating actually makes you less likely to do it in the future. Berating yourself only adds to the negative feelings associated with the task, which, as we've learned, is the root cause of procrastination in the first place. So, when you slip up, acknowledge it without judgment. Say to yourself, okay, I procrastinated. It happens. What's one small step I can take right now to get back on track? Be kind to your future self. Remember, overcoming procrastination is a skill, not a switch you flip. It takes practice. The goal isn't to become a perfect productivity machine, but to build a better relationship with your work and with yourself. Start small, be kind, and watch how these little changes can make a huge difference. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on living a more intentional life. See you in the next one.